Hey, what's up, y'all? This is JimDre Westbrook, Worth the Wait guy here, and you're now watching episode 31 of Exposed Worth the Wait Guy Chronicles. On today, we're going to talk about 5 years later. This is at the point of my life where we're almost at the 5-year point of doing Worth the Wait guy. You guys have supported me throughout the entire way, and I just want to say thanks. I never thought I'd get here. You know what I mean? Like I said, next month, I turn 35, January 4th to be exact. So if anybody, out there wants to give me a birthday present, want to holler at me, birthday shout out, call, text, email, video, whatever it is, thank you in advance. 35 is a big accomplishment. I know turning 30 was definitely a birthday that I'll never forget. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. I'm going to give the history, the whole oral history on what has happened within these 5 years and kind of what we're going to do for the next step. I feel that we're ready to take that next step. But before we get there, I definitely want to reminisce and show everybody out there that I care a lot. I care a lot. And that's what we're going to do today, man. So for those who don't know the history, I kind of just want to throw it back real quick one time to let you know where we've been and how this thing even started. You know what I mean? I definitely thought that when I had the idea 5 years ago, when I had the idea around this time, that I was on something special. I felt that, if I could tell my story the way that I want to tell my story and not let anyone else out there assume or, guess or ponder that, why is dude living the way he's living, or just make the assumption that I'm out here in these streets just like everybody else. You know what I mean? The way I look, the way I talk, where I work at, who I hang out with. I think we can always be guilty by association. And I felt that for me, especially living here in Vegas, that you would never guess that I was on this type of road. Like, why? Like, when I worked in the clubs, I never really talked about this unless the conversation, led there, and I felt that there was some way to bring in faith, bring in religion, bring in God, bring in dating, bring in sex. Then, yeah, boom, I'm a virgin. You know what I mean? It never was, hello, my name is JimDre Westbrook, and I'm a virgin. Like, it never was that, and it still isn't that. Like, I know people know me as Worth the Wait guy, but I ain't that kind of dude. Like I don't walk around, and that's the first thing. Now, when we talk and we vibing and we're chopping it up, yes, you'll eventually get that message from me because that's who I am. It's a part of me. You know what I mean? It's not all of me, but it definitely is a part of me. So going back to my 30th birthday, y'all, like I wanted to do something memorable. I wanted to do something that I could tell my kids. I could tell my future wife. I can say, hey, man, Pops did this on his 30th. And I did it big, but it wasn't like going out, popping bottles and, drinking champagne, standing on tables, dancing, things of that nature, stuff that I've done, excluding the drinking. But, I didn't even really want to be around people on my 30th birthday. I felt that this was something I wanted to do personally for myself and with God. So I said, you know what? I'm creating this blog. I'm creating worththewaitguy.com. I'm going to do something that I want to do that will last forever. Now, I've always been a great writer. I've always been someone that, likes to actually write. But I never blogged before. Like, that's a whole nother grind, a whole nother struggle, a whole nother story, right? But I wanted to challenge myself. I felt that my writing was up to par. I felt that I could tell a great story, and especially one that's mine, like something that I identify with on a day-to-day basis. So I had this idea. I told a couple people. I got some feedback, and everybody thought that it was like, this is cool, Dre. Like, this is something that I actually think can take off. When it takes off, I have no idea. But I think that God has a plan for you, and this is a part of it. So I rolled with it. I prayed about it. I just let it manifest. And when my birthday came and I turned 30, like I came out with this spoof video, and I think some of you guys know out there. And, it was with my boys, and we're making fun of me being a virgin. And there's this gag cake, this big old butt, gag cake, and they put my face into it. And, yeah, all of that is happening. And I just did that to show people, like, dude, I'm a real person. I'm a human being. I am not perfect. Like, there are things that are wrong with me. Yes, they are. like I'm not crazy, but like I'm not perfect either. You know what I mean? And I wanted to show people that, like, here's this guy, 30 years old, cake all on his face, right? But he's okay with that because he's showing the world right here forever that I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me. And I don't care what y'all say out there about what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I have joy in my heart. And it is what it is. And you can't really do nothing about it. And I've had that stance, and I felt that in having that stance that I could motivate someone to have a similar stance. Now, I'm not saying similar meaning all y'all need to start screwing out there and stop having sex because y'all wrong. Not that stance. It's the stance of being yourself. It's the stance of doing the things that make you happy and not your mama, not your daddy, not your girl, not your guy. You know, what's going to make you happy? And that's what this thing is all about. That's why I did Work the Way Guy, because I wanted to inspire somebody out there to say, you know what? I'm not doing this my way. I'm not doing this at my own pace. I want to do me, and it starts right here, right now. And I didn't know, how fast it was going to take off, how slow. It went viral. It took off immediately. Then it kind of did a little slow burn. And then once I got on the Steve Harvey show, it was game over. It was a wrap, baby. Like, everybody and their mama wanted to check for me because here's this guy that's doing something that most people aren't doing. And if they are doing, they ain't telling nobody that they doing it. You know what I mean? Like, they might be ashamed. They may feel that it's too personal and you don't know me like that and I don't want you to know that part of me. Whatever the case may be, they weren't doing it the way I was. But see, I felt that this was something that God wanted me to do to show people it's all good, baby. You don't have to be afraid, ashamed, cut off. You can just be you. If this is a part of you, show it. Because you could be helping somebody get to that level. And like I said, maybe it's not the waiting stuff, but maybe it is going back to school, starting a family, starting a business, whatever that is. It's taking that leap of faith. And that's exactly what I was able to do. And I'm so happy that I have people like you guys out there embrace it throughout the entire 5 years. So for anybody that's done an interview with me, I thank you. There's a long list. You guys can read about it on worththewaitguy.com. But I just want to give a shout out for anybody that's been able to give me the opportunity to share my story. So that's any podcast, radio show, any newspaper, any magazine, any TV show. I appreciate you guys. I really do. To anybody that's, not even slid through my DM, but hit me up, hollered at me. And I actually had a conversation with you. So that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I thank you. I appreciate y'all. For anybody that's came through here in Vegas, I've had people who follow me and, pulled up on me here in Vegas, saw me. We went somewhere. We hung out. We kicked it. We vibed. I appreciate all y'all because none of y'all out there have to rock with me the way that y'all do. Y'all don't have to respect it. Y'all don't have to appreciate it. You don't have to do anything. But when I tell you that 95% of the responses, of the comments, of the feedback since 5 years ago, it's been all love, baby. Only 5% are the haters. And we already know when you're doing something good, you're going to have some haters. They coming, you can't stop them. Because it's not your job to stop them. God going to take care of them. You got to continue to keep shining, baby, and do your thing. And that's exactly what I've been able to do. So my takeaway is appreciate it. I know out there, everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their dreams, their goals. And sometimes it gets down. Sometimes it gets cloudy. Sometimes it gets ugly. Appreciate that period. Because it's not going to stay there. Like, once you hit that rock bottom, there's only one way to go up. That's it. You got to go up. But the only way to do that is to keep pushing, to keep moving, to keep doing what you need to do so you can get where you know you need to be and where God wants you to be. So that's my takeaway. Appreciate it all. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. Everything counts. Everything matters. Trust me. It's all going to add up. It's all going to make sense when it's supposed to. Even if you don't know what in the world you're doing right now, keep going. Keep moving. Every single step counts in this thing, right? So appreciate it. I am so appreciative, like I said, of all y'all following me, hollering at me, liking. Trust me, the next thing that we going to do that I'm going to talk about in a couple weeks, oh yeah, it's like that. So this is the end of this video. I just want to say once again, I thank you. I love all y'all. Y'all don't have to rock with me the way y'all do, but you do. I thank you. God bless y'all. See you till next time. Peace.